It's truly a blessing. Shit, we just got blessed twice. 2 different times, and I just put it together. Shit, so we got a meal now. I guess we're gonna do these survivals and shit. Cause I don't know, I remember the shit is up to from 1 to 4, so I guess we're gonna do you know what I'm saying, every time we eat we gonna do the survival is real, you know, talking about some food and shit, cause that's the basics of it. You gotta eat, you see what I say. So like I said, I used to say that shit all the time to the homies. So we might not make $1 million together, but nigga, we gonna eat. So you know, I remember the time I had UKN. Yeah, I started back telling my UKN stories, my little clique I had back in the day. We was a little mini mob type little clique. Had all different kind of niggas in it from shit, overall all together it's about 9 niggas in it. Almost 10, you know what I'm saying? What, we had 2 females. Shit, yeah, Miss Aisha and dang Tada. We had 2 females and shit. And then the rest of them was niggas, you know what I'm saying? Barricane, Rip. Heck was in it, but you know, he was in his business, so he was just a invisible member. But that motherfucker, when he came and did pull a jack, boy, he showed, nigga, you didn't have to be there all the meetings, nigga. You could have put us on. Everybody was yelling Rip. Rip had skills, man, and you know what I'm saying? Rest in comfort to my nigga Rip, man. He ain't dead. You know, I just found out, you know what I'm saying, dude gonna be up in that place, man, you know what I'm saying, where nigga just came from. They said they gave him the L and shit, so the big L or whatever, so God bless my nigga Rip, man. God can bring him. He brought a Rip through a lot of shit, man. Rip was in, you know what I'm saying, some heavy shit back in the day. That's my other Italian homie, Rip. I always talk about Rip and his brother Heck, man, my 2 Italian homies up in the spa. God bless Rip, man. I mean, I don't know the details of what the shit that went down. That ain't none of my business, because I ain't sat down with my dude in a while, so I'm not gonna throw any kind of thing on it. We know the devil is always busy and shit. See that I say he always busy with this shit and always trying to throw a monkey wrench and some distractions in your shit. Cause Rip was doing good, man. I'm talking about after all that shit they went through before we even met. You know, them niggas I went through a slew of shit. And they took a chance on me. It was like the last result shit, you know, like, man, let's just see what Scope talking about. That's what they called me back in the day. I don't really go by that no more, because a lot of niggas then took that name. And then even when I had first got the name, it was a nigga already called himself Sco or Cisco. And so I done heard some other, well, I ain't gonna get into that shit, but anyway, shit, I don't go by that no more, Sco or whatever. I let that go when I moved from hospital. I mean, shit. Really, before I moved out the spot, nigga, I just went to the other shit, the dark shit. Dream Talker and Darkula, all that shit. And then, damn, came to Little Rock to birth Babybats. And now it's Dark Church BD. So, Babybats Darkansaw. You see what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? But, shit, man, much love to my nigga Rip, man. Rest in comfort. Get in there, exercise, get up, get on your shit, your Italian shit, man. You know you're gonna be straight, because you done put in the work, the time, all that shit, man. Get in there and get with you. You know, I hate the circumstances, but shit can change. You never know. You know, they can go back in them books and be like, nah, we fucked up, we made a mistake. It's a good dude, because Rip is a good nigga, man, especially when after we left, and I hate that it had to happen after we broke up. Like, Rip got straight. That motherfucker got bucked. Cause Rip used to be on that, you know what I'm saying, the drink. And kind of skinny and shit, man. Now, he was just, to me, that was his regular size, but I haven't never seen Rip buck and ripped up, man. Doing push-ups, hitting that iron and shit. And Then he was working on cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing and working at the tire place. And then I've heard some good stuff about him when he disappeared. It's like, nah, that nigga doing good. So we just know that he got more work to do, and it's probably gonna be some deeper shit. So we ain't gonna give up on him, because it was a time I thought my OG was still in jail or dead. And I see this nigga at the homie house, dreaded up, because my OG was always had short hair ever since when I knew the nigga. He had fade or ball. You know, he was like dang SIBO in this bitch back in SIBO day. He was kind of like, my OG was like that. That nigga was just everybody loved him, but that nigga was, you know what I'm saying, he'd knock a hole in. I seen that nigga slam a nigga on his back for fucking with this black chick on some racist shit, because we had, you know, we went to high school, we went through, just had desegregated the shit to where the county kids can be with the city kids, and they brought their county shit. Not to say that was their way of life was, you know, better or worse than ours, because we did some shit too in our hood. So we just had, them two cultures had to clash, and they ended up, you know what I'm saying, blending in together towards the end and shit, man. You just had some shit that was separate at first, and then niggas start having kids with their side of the shit, you know, with the county and all the, you know what I'm saying, the backwoods, forest shit, and niggas started clicking, you know what I'm saying. Eventually, they went from fighting to fucking each other. So, not to be vulgar and shit, I'm gonna chill. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna chill out with the cussing. If God decided to take that shit away from me, as far as like don't do it so much, he do that, because it be times I don't cuss. That just let me know that I'm probably getting to that point where I'm gonna just chill out a little bit, because I do want to try to get the sponsor shit going, but I don't expect no sponsors to pop up, you know, and be like, oh, we want to work with you and blah blah blah. It'll be some ground movement shit that I did myself, or did some kind of little, came with something that's gonna profit somebody on the product wise. But anyway, I get to that shit later. But yeah, my nigga Rupp, man, UKN, shit, yeah, that was the shit back in the spot. We didn't make it, we didn't ever make the state. We was just county, city, and then a little bit of the national shit, because we did get on the radio. Doc put us on his channel. He was doing a religious station or whatever about me being his son. I had access to all of that, so, you know what I'm saying, you know, so it is what it is, it was what it was, and it's finna be what it's finna be, man. So like I said, shit, motherfucker, man, miss my niggas, man. I miss them niggas. We still chop it up. I just talked to my nigga Bear a couple days, you know what I'm saying, a couple days back, about a week ago. You know, much love, rest and comfort to that nigga. Not that he dead, but he just going through his shit, you know. Nigga always have to go to check on to get the doctor to see him and shit. Just health shit, you know, over years. Bear go hard. That nigga run hard. You got Bear on your side? Oh, nah, nigga, you got more than a brother, man. You got a motherfucker who down, nigga. That nigga straight from Dallas. I think the Bear BK from Texas. I think he's from Texas or whatever, Big Bear came. I think he from Dallas and shit. Crip homie or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shit. That nigga put it down. He don't know that I'm finna scoop this nigga up. He don't know I'm finna put some money on his head. But I ain't talking about the bad money on the head. I'm talking about good. I ain't gonna say nothing to him though, because that was my problem back then. I was trying to plan the shit out, and I didn't come at these niggas with better money. They took a chance on me trying to help me build my concept up, and they did. They won. These niggas don't know. UKN ain't no dang, you know, no tragedy, nigga. It seemed like it how we paused, but nigga, we skipped a lot of shit. By nigga, we would have been monsters, nigga, at that time. If we would have ever came all the way out past that line of, you know, town and state, and a little piece of national we got. We didn't make no international, but because I pulled a hustle and flow. And I didn't realize what I was doing back then because I was so into the shit I was doing that was working. So it wasn't fathomable to go past the tapes at that time. So I pulled the hustle and flow, and we was booming out tapes. You know what I'm saying? Just because I had the money to get that equipment, I should have listened to the other homie that wasn't even in the group. He was like, man, y'all need to get y'all shit on CDs. Everybody buying CDs. Nigga, this is the mid, almost over 90s. Like, UKN was the concepted in damn 95. I say the first UKN. Before I was in the SPA, I sent out a letter to my homies in the Rock trying to put UKN together. Niggas agreed, but it was like, shit, we was young, nigga. Nobody had no car. We still staying with our moms, still in the early parts of early parts of high school. So when UKN 2, really, they don't know they 2. I never told them or got into the UKN was already in the Rock. But we didn't ever get to meet. We just agreed to do it. And we was trying to do the shit from where we was, and we could never get to each other. Like when we did part 2, I already had my job. First little job, I worked at St. Joe in Spa City, St. Joseph Hospital, the Catholic hospital. I worked there. Bear put me in with the supervisor there. Me and her got in good with each other. She supported UKN as far as, really, I hate to say it like that, I wasn't using her, but she really supported us financially. Nigga got most of the good equipment that we had. She bought me, we was together and shit, but shit, that was on the side of me being, once she found out I was serious about my music. That was one black sister that supported a nigga, man. I'm talking about my same complexion. There wasn't no light-skinned shit just because she light-skinned and fine or looked like a model type shit. I'm talking about a motherfucking black-ass sister, fine in her own way. She was beautiful to me back then. But I was younger than her, so a lot of shit I was just still green on. Hold on, let me let this nigga pass. A lot of shit I was green on. You know what I'm saying? Back then I could have handled a lot of shit different. But just growing up wilding out and shit, and then managing a group, most of the niggas in it was older than me. I'm a young nigga and they showing me respect, like, okay, we're gonna be equal. It ain't gonna be no, once I told the niggas I ain't your leader, I just brought the concept of the group together. We using my equipment. I'm the studio nigga. I'm the nigga to ride nigga. I'm the check nigga when I work, hustle or whatever, and then have the money to go spend on our projects. And then the niggas come out and put in. It wasn't like they was mooching off me. These niggas come out, hit the block with me. Okay, Sko, when you get off work, come scoop us. These niggas didn't already, when we did they run with the homies they was with before me. So they kind of ran them in the ground and used their energy to build their shit up, and they pieced it out, but I don't think they was satisfied with that situation. So it wasn't no beef or nothing. These niggas was just shit. They did they run. Niggas got out what they got out with. Most of the niggas in the SPA back then, in that time, everybody had kind of, I wasn't involved in a lot of the beefs that was going on there. I had my own little beefs, as we all do, but overall, Spa City had a nice little music history, man, as far as niggas working with each other. And when the nigga brought that shit, Black Magic and all of that, at a little minute, it was like, before niggas went into the, because whenever you trying to do something, you can't even announce shit, man. And the dude from BM, Black Magic, they was like, had that shit together, dude from Cali and shit. Y'all know the story of that shit. I heard everything is in the Rock now, but I said I'm behind on the day-to-day details of the shit, but I was there when that nigga blew the shit up. When them niggas was, went from hating for a little minute, as a nigga new in town, coming to bring his shit from Cali, and it's like, dang, another nigga from out of town, got to show us how to do our shit, but they raised us. Cali, damn Chicago, all the way around this bitch. We the baby of the shit, but we the baby that grew out of control and had the first Big Bang Theory in this bitch and went damn murder capital on their ass because we just had all that, you know, all that shit built up from way back before segregation just came at the edge of that point, and it caused the Big Bang Theory. You know, what they know of, banging this shit. But that's what I call it because it's just a warning that the shit could happen anywhere, and then it start going around like, okay, boom, everybody was trying to compete with being the murder capital and shit. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And then the loss of life became like, okay, since we can't control niggas killing each other, we gonna put a theme around the shit. What's up with it? Yeah, we gonna put a theme around the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, I'm gonna holler at my fam right quick, man. She hooked me up yesterday. We be, you know what I'm saying? We got our little thing, man. I make sure she's straight. She makes sure I'm straight on the days that I'm low. She, you know, throw me a little something on the days she low. I might throw her something 10 to 20 just to look out and shit to where I can get in good on a bad day. So whatever, it's I let her take care of her customers. I come back up here later when I got a little something in me. She's straight in the mug. I can figure myself doing some good business with her. There ain't no sexual tip or nothing. Well, before I considered the shit, but now that I'm involved, it ain't, all that shit is out the window, you know, because I just got hooked in back with the one I'm involved with yesterday. So we talked all night, and it's like we caught right back on where we left off. And then I'm letting her know I'm loyal and shit, so it ain't gonna be no problem with that. With that shit, I just did consider it before we even hooked back in with this one. Like, shit, maybe, you know what I'm saying? She nice and shit, so I would have wanted to show my appreciation by doing some whatever she needed me to do. So, you know what I'm saying, on that tip, as far as like taking care of each other's needs and shit, I look at it like an exchange, not always business, but just I don't know what to call this shit, man. And I'm gonna call it mystic styles, because it is mystic. It's a way, it's an in-between level that you can exist, appreciate a person, and then they have different needs, so you try to find out everything they need, not just on the business level, but on a spiritual level, physical, mental, and all of that. But now that physical level that's why you ended up going from 4 to 3 on a lot of shit, and then you go back to 4 when you get your family in. You know, a table need 4 legs to balance and stand to feed a family, so it sits on 4 well, it could be pallets, it could be columns, you know, but that 3, it's a reason for that 3 to be there too, because it's a trend, a tray, a try, and then they go all the way through the TRU to TRI, you know what I'm saying, and back and forth until it completes that circle of the 3, or the triquester. So those who know that science can vouch for what I'm saying. I ain't gonna wake up John. I'm gonna get this food kind of going and then wake him up when the plate's done. I ain't gotta do no grilling on this shit because it's hot enough. Once you do a spread, you know, if you go into jail before, you know, they do them spreads without using the stove and shit. They have bags and pots and all of that. So we're gonna probably do that here in a minute. I'm gonna take a little break. I might have to do a part 2 because I did a lot of shit off subject. It's heading into so this the video heading into survival is real part 5. So you know what I'm saying, that the way I do my cooking. So I got the food right here. we gonna do the spread with. And like I said, my spreads is just how I do them right, without the shit that I really want to do some spreads with that's kind of cheating as far as using the cookers and shit, because everybody make noodles, but everybody don't know how to make a spread. So you get the concept of the spread, how you got to spread it out, get the shit going, because the art of it is cooking a meal that you can do, that you would actually buy in a fucking setting, but is doing it in the spirit of the spread. I think I'm gonna do a video on that spirit of the spread, where they taking shit in a situation where they can't get to the right equipment. They going the extra mile of making that shit without having to have all that equipment. You know, you got a couple of bags, you got what you got right there, you're gonna make the best out of it. And not even just the best, I mean the motherfucking shit they be making in some of them cells, man, or some of them units, man, I'm talking about, man, I done seen guards want to buy niggas plates and want to open up damn restaurants for these niggas. Like, we're gonna make some money off. I know a nigga, my big nigga Spade, man, big folks, man, they say me and him was twins and shit. I ain't gonna say too much name or whatever, because I know, hating everywhere, but I love the nigga because he showed me the game in there. And I'm older than the nigga. We got the same damn first name, but I'm older than this nigga. He putting whatever they call me on, you know what I'm saying? So as far as like their generation of surviving, and then that was my first time really being incarcerated over a little month or two, you know what I'm saying? So that was about a year and 3 months. I remember before I was saying a year and a half, but nah, nigga, don't try to make the shit long, to make it like you did some shit or nothing, nigga. Some shit that, motherfucker, if you can avoid going in there, man, don't go. But if you gotta go, know the ropes of that shit, because I done had niggas school me from Chi-Town all the way to dang shit here, you know what I'm saying? So niggas look out when you kind of gotta depend on each other to be like, okay, this nigga is a night nigga, so I know he gonna be up at night reading and watching the room, watching the dang cell, and watching the door, watching these sneaky ass whoever was playing, guard wise and all of that shit. Motherfucker gonna look out while I'm asleep, and then vice versa when it's time for him to go to sleep. So it's a loyalty thing. It's a fucking watching a liar. It's a, Mike said, niggas don't steal from you. You gotta stand up for yourself and let a nigga know, man, that, you're back against the wall. You ain't gonna do nothing but go forward on his ass. And then you gotta learn how to coexist with people. Some shit you can avoid just by just waiting, being patient. Like John trying to teach me, just be a little bit more. He been here a long time, so he made it all the way to the stuff I'm trying to make it through. So he not telling me nothing wrong if he leading me to be the same age as him. And like, man, I'm gonna show you how to get from A to B all the way to where I'm at. So it's a cool thing with the spreads, man. You learn how to take what you got and turn it into something that somebody would pay for in a different setting. So I had an idea to do Babybats commissary and concession stand, you know what I'm saying? So little ingredients like this. I got the northern beans. I love northern beans. And then we got some ranch and some mustard, so I can mix up the little sauce in it, mix up the tang of it. Just shit you wouldn't normally think if you're not really surviving on that level. If you got an apartment and all this shit, utensils, and niggas buy all that shit, when you can just do a lot of shit, man. If you surviving, you gonna get the shit right, because at the end of the night, what? Everybody waiting to get their little meal that you get extra outside of your regular meals that really don't fill you up. They give you enough just to not die in that mug, and some people didn't die anyway. So whether it was from neglect or dang them just not being healthy in the situation when they get in there, because if you ain't healthy some kind of way, you're gonna get your exercise whether they give us weights or not. Man, me and the Spanish homie taught me how to make weights out of dang plastic bags and shit. Man, we in there, we done made, I'm talking about not just no weights But the sizes, you know how you got the weights with the size, 25 all the way up, 45, and you know what I'm saying, all the way up. I'm talking about these niggas made the sizes out that hole, man. Different water weight sizes, plastic bags with water in it, and then shaped it into some weights and shit, man. And we in there lifting water. You know what I'm saying? Which I was gonna do books and bags, and be like, nah, we're gonna get this water going. And it worked, man. We got fit in there, and I'm kind of getting up there because I've been eating, a little bit better than I have been when I first got out. So it's a little bit survival, a little bit business, because, I only get in this situation where the shit get tight, and like everybody do, trying to make ends meet. If you take care of your ends, they ain't gotta meet because they already all the way across. And some niggas will spend more at the beginning of the month trying to splurge on food. I mean, you can splurge on different shit. You know what I'm saying? You can just splurge on dang one thing that makes you feel comfortable, and you forget, like, okay, I got a limit because I got to stretch this bitch out all the way to the next check. So, you know what I'm saying? I like to work, though. I'm a worker, so I do a little shit. I got a little shit going. I just don't go into everything that I do, because when it come out, I want it to be such extreme surprise and scary to you. Like, dang, you been doing that? And then, but it's just, I don't have the funds to prove it right now, because clientele changes up through everybody else's shit they go through. So if my shit's so wide open, I ain't narrowed it down into one lane yet. I'm kind of taking my lanes is different. I take bridges, shit that bring people together on certain shit. So I have to go by what everybody come together on and then lead them into my lane. So that's why right now I run the bridge, the bars, the corners, the little areas, just little spots, until I get it all the way across with and plus not having a vehicle, which is not an excuse, because I know niggas that survive, billionaires, and don't even want no cars, nigga. They taking buses, taking Ubers, taking the Z. We got the Z trips now, so that's what everybody big on. The Uber shit is finna switch up. They gonna start. Uber ain't gonna go out of business, but it's gonna do other shit. It's gonna be called Uber. It might be an Uber plane or some other shit. Z-Trip is kind of getting that shit, man. Unless Uber go into some penny and dime shit again, where it's just digital cheap shit, $5 and shit. Kind of like how Z-Trip came with it, nigga. A lot of my rides wasn't over $8, because I'm just trying to get to where I'm going and get back. So Z-Trip was a nice name for the shit. It make it sound like Z, like quick, super little quick ass trip that you take, little $5, $6, $7, $8, And then, but the thing is, you got the tip too. I try to tip everybody that I deal with that works in gratuity and shit like that, way they don't get the full check, but half of they can get as much tips as they want. It's a short run, unless you got a lot of generous people that, like, gentlemen and shit, you got a little change, get that motherfucker a tip. And then sometimes the tip gets you in the cold shit. $5 might mean, shoot, let me do this. Because I had a nigga turn off the thing on me because I gave him a nice tip. He turned it off and, well, let me get you over here, homie. Let me make sure our money's straight. You know what I'm saying? So they a whole lot different attitude than trying to squeeze that, motherfucker that don't tip, and then they already gotta, pay gas, and it's a lot of shit to go with that, because you don't never know how long you're gonna be in traffic to make the shit go smooth or not. And then people get mad and make it like you doing it on purpose. Like, nah, I'm just caught in traffic, homie. You called at the busy time. So if you can do a smooth run through the little breeze, you good. But if you gotta go through any setbacks on the traffic and shit like that, it's gonna cut into their pockets, and it's gonna cut into your comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because they not gonna do that extra shit they would do with somebody who tipping good, making sure they get home with some gas, get a little money for the kid. You do that when you got the money to do it. But my problem is, I try to look out for everybody and make them comfortable, even when I'm not comfortable. And I'm gonna cut that shit off, because now I done got a taste of that, how it is to do the gratuity thing, help even when I don't got it like that. So now I know how that feel to be that way. So when it fit the right way, when I got the money to do that, then I know how to do it as a gentleman and not have them, go the extra mile for me, trying to get me here and there and doing the extra code shit, and then I'm not coming on my end because they gotta eat and feed their kids and make sure they gas. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? When you got machines, you got maintenance, and you gotta get the shit to keep the machines going. Okay, we got some chips. I wanted to try these because they got the salt content in it. So we're gonna do these with the spread. That's good because it's a potato-based. Corn and potatoes is the only chips you really got, unless you go with the Cheetos and shit. And that's got a little bit of both in it. I'm thinking with something. So and I'm sitting there letting the sack that I need to do the shit in. Maybe if I don't use a lot of bowls. That's why if I'm gonna get into doing the spreads, I might as well invest in shit that I do spreads in. I don't have to do it completely survival. I can get some shit now and kind of, fix it up. But right now, we just eating, trying to get full and trying to see how much this gonna stretch out before we get paid or whatever again. So what we got is the veggies with the potatoes in it. Because I like potatoes and beans mixed like that. You really kind of want to go with a darker bean when you're mixing the potato, but the northern beans was one of my favorite ones. And if I'm judging right, let me see the salt content in this. It's probably gonna be pretty good. Which a nigga say, man, everything good when you just trying to eat. Better than nothing, homie. I get it. Let's see, sodium, yup, 350, that's sodium. So 15%, okay, we got the fiber, see the 18, you need that fiber. Vitamin D, iron, okay, we need the little iron. And then, what's that, potassium, is that, I might be wrong, I thought it's potassium. Yeah, beans got potassium, then the calcium, so we're gonna be good on the fiber. It's gonna be like a meat, you know what I'm saying, to get the same, a little bit of effects without the meat. But then we got most of the flavoring right here. Everybody gonna go with the chicken for the flavoring. I was gonna get shrimp, but shrimp ain't got that extra bite the chicken got. And we trying to fill in with the taste too, so we can get our taste buds to be satisfied as the beans and the veggies do their job. So we trying to knock out some of this carrot taste, because I don't really like sweet veggies like that, unless I'm doing Asians know how to do the sweet veggies and shit just right. So not to say no other, you know what I mean they kind of mastered that shit. So we got that in there. So I like the veggies. It's gonna hit off with the beans pretty good. I like potatoes and beans mixed, and then those other beans like the greens, corn and all that just gonna add good with it. So I'm trying to think, I'll probably be smart. And okay, that's a 5-pack. I think I'm gonna just go and do the whole thing. I ain't gonna try to, well, I really need to throw 2 back since it's 5, and then just do trays. You know what I'm saying? Throw 2 back and then fill it in with this, and then we can have the 2 just to be safe in case it's a little stretch. He get 1, I get 1, and then I'll probably need to do that to have a backup. You know what I'm saying? So we get a straight little veggie blast where it won't be too noodly, and then that'll take the little whatever the bean's supposed to bring. So I might let me see how it go, because we got 1 chips. 3 of these ought to fill it in pretty good if I do it all the way to where it's kind of doughy, not so rough or with the with the consistency of where you gotta kind of bite into it. I do it almost doughy enough on the outside layer of it, that way to make a good soup, a good dough with the chips. And then we got the juice from the veggies is gonna fill in too, so I don't have to do so much water. So just to get a good thick, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then them two, we'll save them for like the little last day. The little survival. We'll probably, if I really got a G about it, get this food, eat this shit, get the energy, and then run and go get some more food. Because they got little spots where they do the food and shit. So it's just survival shit just to get down. But I ain't gonna sit here and act like I got the money right now. So I ain't gonna play no games. This was a blessing. Somebody slid me 5. And then earlier somebody slid me a 1 while I was, posted up and shit, charging up my shit. So it'll go like that on days when not. On the days when I'm trying to find it or dang, ask for it or whatever it is, it's like it'll be open on when you least expect it or when you need the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got what I needed earlier and then was finna go hit up some spots, but I didn't bother nobody. They came to me. And then the dude that gave me the 5 saw I was just buying this with the 1 I had. And he was like, man, buy something else. White guy, you know what I'm saying? So, my redneck dude, you know what I'm saying? He was on like the kind of vibe. So I fuck with rednecks, man, because they niggas, but they just rednecks, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. They survive the same way, just in their environment, you know what I'm saying? It's the same nigga. We gonna sit there and drink a Bud Light. My nigga might get a Hennessy with his Bud Light, and this nigga might get a Heineken or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, I'm gonna probably do this spread here in a minute. I ain't gonna do no long ass video. I'm gonna just use the back of it for the front of the other one. So yeah, we're gonna put that together. It ain't nothing big, it's just regular shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a little amazing doing it without the stove and shit. So I'm gonna set up right quick. I ain't gonna take too long, so I'm gonna go on and get off. I'll get up with y'all later. Or just follow it on the next one to see how it turned out. All right.